If you saw my last video on Etsy's title update, you know that I warned against rushing to change your high-performing listings just because Etsy is now recommending shorter titles or offering their AI title tool. Since then, I've had a ton of comments from sellers saying things like, they must have secretly tweaked the algorithm, or if titles don't affect my ranking, why does Etsy say my visibility is lower? And now we have new information directly from Etsy that helps clear up some of the confusion. For anyone who may be new here, my name is Starla, founder of the Handmade Alpha Academy for Etsy sellers and manager at eRank.com, Etsy's most popular SEO tool. And as you've probably guessed already, it's literally my job to study Etsy's algorithm updates. And today we are going to dig into what Etsy actually clarified about these title changes. We wanted to know exactly what these updates mean for sellers, so we went right to the source, Etsy themselves. And through our correspondence, Etsy confirmed that there has not been a brand new algorithm change tied to this title guidance. Instead, their system has continued to evolve to look at the whole listing: titles, tags, attributes, descriptions, first photo, even reviews, rather than just one area like titles alone. That's why you might see messages in your dashboard about improving your visibility. It isn't necessarily that you're being penalized, it's that Etsy is nudging you toward their idea of best practices. And, most importantly, Etsy clarified that there is no direct penalty if you don't update your titles. The AI tool is completely optional. You can skip their suggestions, keep your current titles, or write new ones from scratch. Etsy confirmed that sellers who choose not to update will not be penalized in search just for ignoring the new guidance. Their new AI tool looks at your existing title, your first photo, and your description before recommending a new version. But that doesn't mean that the suggestions are guaranteed to be better. In fact, we've even had sellers report that this tool has updated their titles with trademark terms. So it's still up to you to decide whether they fit your product and your strategy. And finally, Etsy told us that whether or not you should change a title really depends on the listing itself. If you've got an item that's already selling well and performing strongly in search, there's no urgent reason to touch it. But if you want to test the new best practices, it's safer to try them out on newer or underperforming listings where you don't risk losing momentum. So where does that leave us? It's clear that Etsy's pushing sellers towards shorter, shopper-friendly titles because their internal data shows that these can improve conversions. But that doesn't mean that you should start mass updating your entire shop, especially if you have listings that Etsy's already figured out. As we've always said, test new strategies on low performers first, measure the results, and never make sweeping changes to your top sellers right before the holiday rush. To those of you who commented that Etsy might still be running experiments or quietly adjusting things behind the scenes, you're not wrong to be cautious. Etsy frequently runs tests and individual sellers may see different results during those experiments, but what Etsy has officially told us lines up with the same guidance I gave in my first video. Don't panic, don't overhaul everything, and always prioritize stability in your best-selling listings. So the bottom line hasn't changed. Etsy wants clarity in titles, but you won't be punished for leaving your existing ones alone. Just approach updates carefully, test strategically, and protect the traffic that you've already built. And if you've tested Etsy's AI tool in your own shop, let me know in the comments how it went for you. Did it help? Did your visibility improve? Or did things drop off? Your experiences help the entire community to get a clearer picture of what's really happening. Until next time, Pookie.